action.
Reporting for duty.
All systems go. On smash! Follow me to glory.
Ready to take flight.
This captain is ready for action.
Time to face the magic.
Mission accepted.
Time to slice and dice.
Now you're in my element.
And here comes the rest of the team. Wow, that's a lot of people just joined the alliance in one big go. So let's go around and chat to some of the new recruits, some of the newest members of our team, and then we'll actually go about making our own team ourselves.
Why are we talking when we could be smashing?
Damn, very good question. You know that. You know, that's actually a good question. I knew I liked Star-Lord.
Hawk knows. Hawk isn't just the strongest one there is. He's also the smartest.
Okay. I don't really want to say anything against that. Don't really fancy having my face caved in. Let's talk to an honorary member of the Guardians, Captain Marvel.
Isn't this outside the Guardian's jurisdiction?
Technically, the Earth is part of the galaxy.
Well, I'm certainly glad to have the extra hands.
Or, you know, tree tentacle things at least.
Of all the planets in the universe, for some reason, ours is the one that seems to be under attack most frequently.
Yeah, New York specifically. What's up with that?
Hi there. What can I help you with?
I just came over here to pet your dog. How exactly does Lockjaw teleport like that?
He's an Inhuman, just like me. And with the help of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s tracking tech, he should be able to hone in on hotspots and swap out our team members when things get rough.
And I get the feeling things are going to get a lot rougher from here on out.
Isn't that right, good boy? Yes, it is.
Oh, look at that little face. I just want to play with his cheeks. And I mean face when I say that.
Just my luck. I came here to drop off the lizard, but now I'm the one whose tail is getting kicked.
What can you tell us about the Raft?
It's a maximum security prison designed specifically for superpowered villains. Not exactly the place a friendly neighborhood hero like yours truly feels at home.
Yet somehow I get the feeling you come here more often than you actually want. And saying, I guess you really don't ever want to come here because probably all of your Rose Gallery is locked up behind these bars. But anyway, Nick, we do appreciate the assist. What can you tell us?
This is an official S.H.I.E.L.D. operation, so you're taking orders from me now.
Not so fast, Fury. We call our own shots.
Which is probably why we're in this mess in the first place. Unless, of course, your sudden arrival has absolutely nothing to do with the 6 Infinity Stone-sized bursts of cosmic energy that S.H.I.E.L.D. just detected in the vicinity.
Yeah, we might know something about that.
Figures. Just consider yourself lucky that I've got a team of heroes on speed dial for missions of universal importance like this one.
How about that? How'd you manage to get... Oh, yeah. let me try to actually read what's actually on the screen. About that, how'd you manage to get everyone to the raft so quickly?
We had some help from Crystal's canine companion, Lockjaw. His teleportation abilities helped me assemble this unit. And those powers of his should come in handy if we need to call in more backup. With the stones in play, that's more than likely.
I guess stopping a supervillain prison break is going to be the easiest part of our day, huh?
The raft is just the start. We track the strongest readings here, but the other Infinity Stones are scattered across the city. If they're on Earth again, you can bet Thanos won't be far behind. We can't let him or any other villains get a hold of the stones at any cost. The fate of the universe depends on it.
I mean, I know a lot of stuff tends to happen in New York, but if all the Infinity Stones landed in New York, that would actually be really lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how many villains live in New York at any one given moment. But, is this the part where you bark orders at us then? Or is that Lockjaw's job?
Darn right, soldier. I'll be coordinating our efforts over Comlink until the raft is secure. You got a problem with that, I won't hesitate to throw you into one of these cells. So let's move!
I suppose we're going to have to listen to this guy do his best Samuel Jackson impression throughout the rest of the game as well. Alright then, alright. Nick Fury light, let's do this.
This here is a shield point. Stop at one of these when you need assistance.
Alright, let's go to this very slowly do Star-Lord's weird dance walk over to this shield unit. And let's start swapping out some team members. The shield menu is now available. Several actions are available from the shield menu. Hero select, where we change team members, and the lab, which is team enhancements. Please select the function you want to use. So, to start off, we're going to go with hero select. Now, this is the bit where I talk about characters' abilities and unlocking heroes and ranking them up and all that sort of jazz. So let's really get into the nitty-gritty of this. So you can use this screen to change which heroes are a part of your active team. Use A to decide which heroes to use. Start by selecting a hero you want to swap out. So Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot. We're going to be swapping up a bunch of these heroes. So, as I said earlier, this game is more akin to Ultimate Alliance 1 as opposed to Ultimate Alliance 2. In Ultimate Alliance 2, you could play through the game with whatever character you wanted. At any point, you could swap in a different character, and all of the experience you had gained with the characters you were using, you could then apply to whatever new character you brought in. So, like in Ultimate Alliance 2 walkthrough, I tried to use every character throughout the walkthrough to get a real experience. And as much as I would love to do that in this game follows suit with Ultimate Alliance 1 in the fact that characters only level up when you use them. So if I was to use these 4 Guardians for the next 2 missions, and then was like, do you know what, let's swap up Gamora, well, Iron Man would still be level 6 when the rest of my characters are level 15, and he's going to take a lot of damage. So as much as it might be frustrating because you want to use different characters, unless you use a couple of the XP cubes, you want to pick your team, and you want to stick with your team. Now, you'll unlock characters later on as the game goes on, and those characters will be roughly the same level as your characters currently are, so you can swap out with new characters as we unlock, but you really want to pick your team and stick with your team as the game goes, as you'll be under-leveled and you'll find boss battles and other enemies later on in the game a lot more difficult to fight. As I say, if there's a character you really don't like, you can swap them out with an XP cube every now and then, and just rank them up to match. So, let's go. Let's sort out some of the team that I wanted. Now, Star-Lord, I very much enjoy his gameplay. So much more than I thought I was going to. And I enjoy his character as well. And he so very nearly made the cut. He was so very nearly a part of my team. I'm actually still looking for a way to make him a part of my team. But unfortunately what happens, he's a clearer. He's a great character. He's got a lot of area attack abilities he unlocks later on in the game, so he's good for clearing a wide range of enemies. Unfortunately, he didn't quite make the cut just because there's another character that I want to use as well, who's a better clearer, and also is just a better, well-rounded character. So unfortunately, Star-Lord has not made the cut. And in his place,
Reporting for duty.
I'm putting Captain America. Now, Captain America isn't a clearer, but he's just the character I want in that first slot. Captain America is a good character for taking down a stagger bar. He has, not only is his heavy attack good for taking down stagger bar, but his first ability is shield charge, which he already has now. He's great for knocking down that stagger bar. We want him for taking out heavy characters or bosses. He's going to be great in boss battles. And as he goes on later on, not only does he have a sort of area attack, he has a defensive ability, and he also has a buff, which gives every character a higher damage output. So we want him for pretty much as like a leader and the buff for the team. So Gamora, I'm going to swap out, and of course I'm putting Spider-Man in her place.
Let's swing into action.
Gotta have a Spider-Man on my team. I just have to. I love Spider-Man too much. Spider-Man's a character that actually gets much better later on in games. He has great clearing attacks, and he also can web up and stun enemies, but can slow the pace of a fight down and bring it back to a level that you want. So Spider-Man's making the cut. For now, some of these characters I will swap out as the game goes on, but Drax, you're going to get the cut. I was tempted to keep Drax as my heavy character because he is really good at knocking down the stagger bars. He's so nearly made the cut, kind of like with Star-Lord. It surprised me by how good he was, but he is going to get the cut, and he's going to get replaced.
Just say the magic word.
With Scarlet Witch. It's good to have when you're building a team, it's good to have a variety, and she's not only I think they call it mastery in this. She's basically magics. And she's also a ranged attacker, so she's going to be good because I've got a lot of people on my team that are physical attackers, so I want one person on my team who is a ranged elemental attacker, so that if anyone has got a real good physical defense, I've got one character at least that can still hit them and still do damage. I very nearly had Iron Man on my team for this bit, or Crystal actually. She's an Inhuman. She does like fire and water and ice and wind and stuff like that. I very nearly had her, but I'm going to go with Scarlet Witch for now. And for the fourth and final place, I'm going to be putting the Hulk. Now, Hulk is a character I never use, in the same way as Thor is. They're a character that are cool in the movies, but in the comics I just don't enjoy it, and in games I just don't enjoy playing with them. I find them boring and a little bit overpowered, but Hulk I found was so useful, especially at later points in the game. He is so useful. Again, he's like Captain America, he can knock down that stagger bar and he can do a lot of damage. So a lot of these attacks, not only do they do a lot of against the stagger bar, but they also do a lot of damage. You tend to find they're one or the other. He's double up. They're both A-grade attacks. He's just such a good character to have. Another person who nearly made the cut was Thor. I never play with Thor. I find him so uninteresting as a gameplay character. In this, they have got his gameplay down so well. His hammer really feels like it has some weight to it, and his abilities are just so much fun. There are so many good characters. Iron Man I found fun to play with. Falcon, Black Widow, both fun to play with. All of the Guardians. Captain Marvel's quite good as well. Deadpool, by the way, I just thought I'd mention this. You're not supposed to have Deadpool unlocked yet, but because I've bought the season pass, I have him unlocked from the very start. So you're not supposed to have him unlocked yet, but I do. So, and if you ever want to make an X-Men team, Deadpool would be a perfect addition. As I said, these characters will unlock much later on, so there's stuff I'll talk about much later on. But as for now, my team is Captain America, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, and the Hulk. And as the game goes on, some of these characters will get replaced, and some will get slotted in for other people. So, quickly, before we jump in right now, as you can see at the top right, we have team bonuses. So if I bring up the team bonuses, these are a list of all the team bonuses you can get throughout the game. Now, right now, as you see, New Avengers only has Spider-Man and Wolverine. That's because we only have them unlocked. As we unlock more characters throughout the game, more characters will get added, and more team bonuses will become available when there are more characters. So as you see here, under bonus value, you have these little symbols for 2 characters, 3 characters, 4 characters. If right now, let's get a better team here, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy could give you a bonus of resistance, as you see there by the RES, that stands for resistance. If you have 2 of the Guardians, you'll have a 2% increase to your resistance. 3 of the Guardians, you'll have a 4% increase to your resistance, and 4 Guardians, you'll have an 8% resistance increase. And that changes for different characters. Femme Fatale's is Mastery, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is your Vitality, which is your health, X-Men is Strength, and by the way, an X-Men team in this game is just so overpowered. It's just so deadly. Because not only do you have X-Men team there, but you also have martial artists, but not martial artists, cutting edge, because a lot of them use their blades, and then you've also got X-Force as well. And as I say, as the game goes on, you get more characters added to this. But oh my god, an X-Men team is just so deadly, so deadly. When they release the DLC for some of the X-Men characters, oh my god, I'm gonna be doing an X-Men playthrough, you're guaranteed. So, but yeah, anyway, going off topic there. If we go to the active bonuses here, these are the active bonuses we have with my current team. We have Generations, so we've got a plus 2% increase to durability, which is how much physical damage we can take. We have a 2% increase for energy, which is how much energy our characters have to do their abilities. And we also have a 2% increase for the resistance, which is that for projectiles? I can't actually quite remember. I think it's projectiles resistance, I believe. I'm not quite sure. It might be the resistance to energy attacks. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's that. So that's the team bonuses we have. As we go on, I swap characters out. That team bonus will increase and it will decrease. But really, to be honest, what I'd focus on more is the abilities your characters have and how they complement each other over a team bonus, because that's what's actually going to affect the actual gameplay. But with that being said and done, I think that is everything I actually needed to speak about. I think that's everything I need to mention about these characters. We can actually get on with the gameplay. Although I said that, actually. No, we can't. I'm lying. We actually need to rank up our characters, so yeah, so Shield Dash, as you see there, if I rank this up all the way, you see its stagger becomes A grade. It's great for taking down that stagger bar. But for right now, everyone's got 6 AP. So let's just let's just upgrade everyone's attacks by 1. Yeah, Web Spinner, it's not really the best attack. But as you can see there, it says ability attribute bind. If you hit them with Web Spinner, not only do you spin webs at them, but you actually also sort of bind them up so they're stuck and they can't move, which is good. Again, as you say, if you want to stop enemies charging at you, it's a good attack to use. Scarlet Witch, Calamity Spheres. If I rank this up all the way, you see it's A grade for damage. This attack is really good, and it's a ranged attack. Not only is it a ranged attack, but it also homes in on your target, so you can not even be looking at them, and it will still hit them. Great for boss battles. Absolutely great attack for boss battles. As you see, we've got my boy the Hulk here, and he's, you upgrade this all the way. This Hulk Smash is actually probably one of his worst abilities that he has, but I'm going to chuck 5 points into it because it's the only ability he has. But as the game goes on, what I'll do is actually reset his abilities and respec them later, because Hulk Smash is the worst one he has, but these attacks he gets later, oh, so good. Just so good. So, but yeah, I'm not going to use any XP cubes on these guys right now because they're appropriately leveled. But with that being said, let's move on to the lab. I nearly said the gameplay. We're not there yet. This is all the tutorial stuff that we need to get out of the way at the start, and then we can just focus on the gameplay once this is all done and dusted. So, the Alliance enhancements. From this screen, you can use enhancement points and credits to unlock nodes. Unlocking nodes will open paths to other nodes. There are many bonuses available, such as increasing your vitality of your heroes by 30, or increasing the core strength by 20. Explore each hexagon and keep improving your Alliance. Now, as you can see here, you got if you spend coins, which you get from smashing crates, and also you see these AEP, I believe they call it, acquired enhancement points. That's what you need. So we need 8 of them and 10,000 coins to get a plus 20 for strength for all of our characters. And then you got vitality, mastery. That's like a Scarlet Witch's powers. Resistance, which I think is resistance to mastery and like elemental stuff. Durability, which is resistance to physical attacks, and then you've got your strength, which is the physical attacks. EP energy is your I believe energy is your EP. I'm not certain. It might actually be energy attacks. I'm not exactly certain. Some of this stuff is still unclear to me, but basically what I do is I go around and I complete this entire hexagon, get everything inside this entire hexagon, because it's all gonna be useful as we go on. Well, if you rank out any of these to the very final corner, it unlocks another hexagon, which will be just focused on vitality. Upgrade this all the way, there'll be another hexagon just focused on strength, and vice versa, going around all here. So if you've got a team that's very focused on physical damage, then you want to get this hexagon at the very top to unlock the strength hexagon. And obviously that goes for everything. You've got loads of mastery characters, you want to do that. If you've got loads of durable characters, maybe you want to do that. Like, it depends on the team you're building. And that's why I'm saying you have to really focus on the characters you use and how they complement each other, because then you will change what points you put into in this alliance enhancement based on the team you have. But with that being said, I'm just going to go around and pretty much just fill out this entire hexagon as the game goes on. So let's put strength and vitality first. Let's do some in energy as well, and I think I'll just go around and just get all the nodes, or maybe not, I was going to say all the nodes that are just around this hexagon, but we've run out of coins, so we'll just have to periodically just check back and constantly fill out this this alliance enhancement. But with that being said and done, this I think that is everything we need to do here, so let's actually get on with the main game.
Was that the green goblin circling the control tower? No telling the damage that maniac could do if he gains access to the Raft security systems. Shield scanners are going wild. You must be close to something.
Yep, so let's go in and check it out. Oh, that was just a whole lot of talking. That was a whole lot of talking. I really feel I need to throw this shield at something. I need to go punch some bad guys. Awesome crates. Get some coins so we can put some more alliance enhancements in.
How can it be?
That does not look like it is supposed to be there.
Whatever that is, it's radiating some dangerous energy. Best to step back, Spider.
Yeah, we'll just let Captain America go up to it instead. Okie pokey. So this thing, this weird shape that we have in front of us is an infinity rift. You may come across these strange fissures at certain points in stages. These are known as infinity rifts, and they connect to other dimensions. You can take on challenging infinity trials by interacting with these rifts. Infinity trials are different from the main story. Most of these trials have special rules that must be followed in order to win, but various rewards are available for anyone able to overcome these challenges. Along with rewards for completing these trials, there are also rewards that can be earned for fulfilling special conditions. These extra rewards are often of higher value than normal rewards, so consider pursuing them if you are feeling ready. So yeah, as he said, these are something extra from the main game. If you actually do these, it takes you back to the main menu, so I won't be doing them during the actual walkthrough itself, but I may do them in separate videos once the walkthrough is complete. Who knows? We'll see how I feel. But yeah, this ability is a level 7 ability, so we're just one level too low to really be doing this. We can do it if we want, but obviously if you're too low a level, there's a chance you're not going to be able to meet all the requirements. So abilities and synergies deal more damage, but other attacks deal reduced damage. EP recovery is from attacking is increased. So it's basically the Nebula fight we did earlier in the game, but regular attacks do less damage, but our abilities and synergy attacks do more damage. If we clear the trial, we'll get 4 of those shiny little symbols. I think they're the AP symbols. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. If we defeat 25 energies, we'll get some XP cubes. And if we finish under a minute, we get some more of those shiny little cubes. I forget what they're called. But yeah, as I say, we're not going to be doing these during the actual walkthrough itself. But they're good things to unlock if you want to unlock more XP cubes. And they're also good if you want to help rank up your characters. But we're not going to be doing that right now. Yeah, but Captain America is one of the characters I want to use purely for this attack. Oh, it is just so satisfying. And this one. Oh, it's just so satisfying. It really is. Just wait until we come across an enemy.
You should be able to reach the control tower from here. If you can avoid triggering the defense system, you should be fine.
Down you go, buddy. Yikes! Oh, I didn't mean to blow that thing up. I wanted to pick it up and throw it at an enemy, and I ended up taking the damage for myself. Let's swap up to Spidey, actually. I was watching Spidey fight when we were the Guardians, and I kind of want to get in on that action myself.
What good are all these fancy weapons if they're turned off? Here, let me help you with that.
Rightio, and all of these cells are locked, so there's no way we're getting past that way. Oops! Man, I mistimed that. What happened to your Spidey sense? That would have really come in handy then. Alright, time to use that proportionate strength of a spider. I mean, we could have just used Hulk. Or Captain America. I mean, they've all got super strength.
Lasers when they built this place. There's got to be something we can do to get past them.
Oh, don't worry, little heroes. I have plenty more toys for you to play with.
The prisoners have hacked into the security network. They're in control of all the Raft's heavy weaponry.
Do you know what? I was going to try and time my jump to get through here, but then when I've got a character that can fly, I might as well just utilize her ability for myself. This makes life so much easier. I'll let the computer deal with getting through the laser beams in time. Man, my timing is just not on today. Come on! Reality warping powers, and she's gonna die by laser beams. Alright. Oh, there we go. Maybe we just needed the quick agility of a Spider-Man. God, that guy's got Wolverine claws and a mask on. He's just gonna be hacking and slashing everything in front of him. So yeah, when you're fighting with Spider-Man, basically what you want to do is use the same fighting style that you would in the PS4 Spider-Man game, and you just want to stay in the air. Use his heavy attack, does like a swing kick, and then just jump in the air and shoot as many webs as you can. Swing kick, shoot webs. Swing kick, shoot webs, and just lava, rinse, repeat until the job's done. You can shoot webs like this as well, which is good for, as I say, binding up enemies, and it sort of slows down the combat a little bit, stops them, you get a little bit overwhelmed, you can just fire off some webs. But I tend to find it's quite a slow attack, you're just better off web swinging and shooting webs. Web swinging and shooting webs, and just keep doing that on repeat. Meanwhile, Hulk, on the other hand, you want to use his heavy attack to knock down people's stagger bar. It's just so effective. Case in point, it's just so much damage to stagger bars. Now, all of Scarlet Witch, her abilities are all ranged abilities, so you really do not want her in the center of combat. If there's a big fight going off, you want her at the sidelines. Because if she gets stuck in the middle of a fight, she's going to get hit and her health is going to deplete so very quickly. How do we get inside here? Oh. Oh, okay, that was easy enough. I was expecting there to be a wall that we needed to knock down or something. And as I say, if you've got an enemy with a stagger bar that's resistant to physical attacks, using Scarlet Witch's heavy attack is also quite good for knocking down their stagger bar. Radio. So we've got a series of doors here.
Security gates, you're gonna have to access the terminals in the proper sequence.
And you just know I'm not going to be hitting these terminals in the right sequence. It's just not going to happen. Radio, so that does that one. Let's see if unlocking this door makes any difference. Nope. Okay, so we're still stuck in here. Oh, out the way, Hulk. Come on now. Oh, that door. Oh, wow. That door was already open. Such a moron. So that shuts that door. So now if we go all the way around here and now flip this switch, we should still be able to get out. Bingo, and we're through. So even though we are through, I'm going to keep flipping these switches because what I actually want to do is try and get into that special crate in there. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, one of these switches has got open. There we go, perfect. That's what we wanted. Another ability orbs. Ability orbs, that's what they're called. I knew I'd figure it out eventually. Or at least just have somebody tell me what it was. Now, if we just work our way back, I think... We're through.
There's joy to be found, even in these dark times.
Nice work, team.
Well, that's a nice message you've given for us there, Scarlet Witch, even if you did say it in a really creepy, ominous way. Now, if someone would like Spider-Man, I wouldn't really recommend doing a combo of his light attacks, just because he's a character that's just better suited taking to the skies and just constantly, kind of like with Peter Quill, you just want to always be on the move with him, really. So just sticking on the ground doing a full combo like this, you're just asking to be attacked. Quite literally in that case. Ooh, and once I take out these enemies, I think I've just spied a special box in the distance there. Look at that, I looked in 3 of the 4 cells. Of course, the XP cube will be in the 4th cell. Rightio, what do we have around this corner? Nothing of any note. Anything inside these cells? Nope, nope, nope. Rightio, onwards and upwards, team. Or at least it is for us. These boys are just going to get punched and kicked in the face. Yeah, and Captain America's attack, not only is his heavy attack good for taking down stagger gauges, also so's his shield rush, which can be charged up and just do more damage to the stagger gauge if you can hit it.
This one's for freedom.
It would have been, though, if I had actually hit anyone with it.
On that action. This outcome.
It's probably a little bit overkill for the amount of enemies we had, but hey-oh. As long as it gets the job done, I'm happy. Let's pick up some EP orbs. Let's get moving. So yeah, every time you hit one of these things, you can either go to the lab, you can go to the Infinity Rifts that we found, or you can go to the lab and you can upgrade some of the stuff for some of your characters. I'm not probably going to do this every single time I come across one of these shield bits, just because it's just, you know, it takes a bit of time, it really breaks the flow. But I thought, as we're here, you can swap out your team, and also you can do team upgrades, but there's nothing that I really want to do. I don't want to swap out my team, so let's just keep going. I'd always recommend at least always touching the shield unit like this, just because that saves the game for you. So it'd always come in handy. I'd definitely recommend doing it, because if you die, you're going to get put back really far. So
You're right on time, fools. The chaos has just begun. This entire facility will soon be under my control. I'll amass the greatest army of villains ever, and you get the honor of being our first victims.
Now that I'm out of that cell, I plan to stay out.
well, it's probably a good thing we've got Spidey on our team, because it looks like Goblin's literally going to release his entire rogues gallery to try and fight us. Oh man, it looks like there's no synergies I can do with Captain America. Well, that's not a good thing. Man, no synergies I can do with... Wow, there's just no synergies I can do with this team. Looks like somebody's going to have to get the cut so I can get a few synergies off. I was taking down bosses. It's going to take a long time. So, when you're fighting these two, what you want to do is watch out for Venom at the top, even though you're taking the fight to Electro. Oh, good lord, we just literally lined up for him there. Even though you're taking the fight to Electro, you want to keep an eye on Venom, because he's chucking that black goop down from the sky, and it really slows you down and makes you vulnerable for attack. Man, I can't believe this team can't do any synergies, really? That's crazy. Well, it looks like we're just going to have to focus on heavy attacks. We're just not going to be able to stun him. But we can still work him down. Yeah, the tutorial was telling me to use a synergy attack against them, but unfortunately I can't use any synergy attacks with this team.
This one's for free.
Can use an extreme attack though.
We'll swallow you alive before we let you abandon us, Electro.
Well, looks like the villains have got a synergy of their own going on. And if we have it our way, you never will again. Although maybe I shouldn't really be throwing my shield at this guy. I mean, he just literally ate Electro. I don't think he's got any qualms about eating my shield.
But Venom's symbiote is still vulnerable to sonic attacks. Maybe we can use the prison alarm system against it.
Alarm is doing the job.
Pretty spectacular, huh?
So what you want to do is when Venom jumps down on you, you want to get him to land on the the exposed wires to set off the alarm. And then when he does that, he's vulnerable for attack. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop throwing my shield at Venom. I really don't want him eating that thing. So yeah, exposed wires. Wait for him to jump down. Sets off the alarm. and then he is stunned and vulnerable for every kind of attack you can throw his way. Just like that, Venom or Electro or Ve-lectro or whatever we want to call him is nearly done and dusted. Oh yeah, I just realised I've never really shown off Scarlet Witch's attack.
He's had enough. I know my pal Eddie here looks like a bad death metal cover band version of me, but under all that rippling xenomorphic protoplasm is a guy who wants to do what's best. Usually. He may seem lethal, but when the world really needs him, he always chooses to protect it.
You would trust us. After this, then we will fight with you, little spider. And once the world knows who its one true champion is, we will devour you whole.
I'll take what I can get.
We are Venom.
If you like this video and want to see more going forwards, please consider pressing the like button. It really helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, definitely subscribe and always push that notification bell to be notified of all future videos going forward.